Good afternoon and welcome to the Playdate. I'm Chris Byrne from TimeToPlayMag.com, and with me is Jim Silver.
The real Superman.
The real Superman. And we have a very special show today because it's Father's Day, and we are joined by Matt and Lance from the New York City Dads.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
I was the real Superman.
That's right.
You are to your kids.
And this is why we're all wearing the Superman shirts, because in our house we are Superman.
We are.
That's right. So, for our audience might not know, what is the New York City Dads group? Your largest group of dads, but how would you describe your group?
I would say that NYC Dads Group is a huge community of active, engaged, hands-on dads that love to get quality time with our children and get together with ourselves so we can have the socialization and camaraderie that any group of parents would want. Sometimes it's nice just to get together with a bunch of dads.
Now, I also look at your group, and what I love about your group, it's a statement that dads are involved with kids. Dads do change diapers. Dads do take their kids out. I mean, dads are involved as much as moms. I mean, it's today's world is two parents.
Well, I think that's what everybody's starting to recognize. This is the way that we've been living for a long time. You're very involved with your kids. Dads have been involved in the house for a long time, but companies haven't recognized it. Media companies haven't recognized it. The workplace hasn't recognized it. And finally, I think we're starting to break down some barriers, and dads can be the dads that they want to be.
You know, one thing we talked about was team parenting. You know, that's really a great concept. It's not just mom or dad and dad or mom and mom. It's teams.
What other choice do you have? Like, two people working a full day, it is ridiculous to expect that somebody's going to come home, one person will come home and handle doctor's appointments and play dates and all the school stuff. And we have to come together. If in those houses where two of us are there trying to be parents, we have to come together.
And if you look at something like our house is really, really screwy because okay, understand, I do all the cooking in my house, and my wife truly is a contractor's daughter. And could go in, and if there's something wrong with the toilet, could go in and fix the toilet. And it's like, people walk into our house and like, okay, something's a little wrong here because our house is a little bit of role reversal.
But it's everybody doing what they're best at.
Yeah, that's it.
It's everybody doing what they're best at. So we've been to some of your events. We've had a wonderful time playing with them, all these amazing kids and dads. And of course, because it's the Playdate, we've got great products, and dads like to play too.
Dads want to be outside.
That's right.
Dads want to be on the ground, on the floor, involved with their kids and rolling around, making sure they have fun.
So Jim, this is something you love. Just jump right in on
Okay, this is the Game Time scoreboard. And this is a toy that you go out and you're playing basketball, you're playing football, whatever you want. You need a portable scoreboard with a remote control. Somebody can be sitting on the sideline, so you turn it on and you can set the time periods. So if you add to the score, you get a little cheering. You can set the time up in terms of periods, how long you want. And then when the period starts, it goes and it keeps time. So you can have 12-minute periods, 15-minute periods. You can set any way you want. Also, charge! Now, you open this up, and you can hook up your MP3 player, hook up your iPod, have great music, and again, now who's going to keep score? You generally have somebody on the sidelines, you have a remote control, you can keep score. So now you can set up and actually say, okay, we're going to play basketball, we're going to set up like a real game, 6-minute periods. Now this is not cheap. This is over $200.
Right.
But,
$230 from CSE Games, so it's not cheap.
Microphone too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Lori's playing Video Girl today, and so she's going to correct us on all the things we get wrong on the products, because she does that. She does. And of course, you can have an announcer. Go ahead, Superman. Go ahead and announce something.
You turn it on.
This is perfect for...
You just turned it off, Jim.
You turned it off.
You just turned it off. You turned the power off, Jim. You hit the power button.
Oh, I hit the power button. There we go.
Don't put that thing down.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Time to Play Playdate. And you're here with Matt, Lance, Jim, and Chris. We could be outside on the beach at a beach volleyball court.
I think your batteries are dead.
Oh, my batteries are dead from playing with it too much. Well, the great thing about this also plugs in if you're playing indoors. Yeah, I wore out the batteries. It's low battery.
He has not stopped playing with, by the way, he has not stopped playing with this. He's like announcing every day time to get to work, or
I have a second grader, and he gets together with his friends every afternoon, and they play baseball. And to be able to bring this aspect into their game, it would be great to have somebody sitting on the sidelines announcing, somebody that doesn't necessarily want to play baseball, but would love the idea of announcing and being scorekeeper. And
also for teams, you have different teams, something like a basketball game or a basketball league, you can bring this because outdoors in the parks, you don't have scoreboards and people fight about the score, and you can look at the score. I also love the clock element. The fact that you have a clock and it winds down and you can play for a certain amount of period. Like in basketball, you have 12-minute periods. Here for younger kids, you can make like 6-minute periods or 5-minute periods. And it puts them in situations that are like real sports.
Hey, Lori, do you remember how many batteries it takes?
Yes. 6
C batteries?
I think they were C.
6 C batteries, I think. Yeah. But it also, as Jim said, it's got the plug-in. So let's move on to basketballs because this is something I was in the band. Let me just preface this to say I was in the band and doing other kinds of contests. But so I didn't realize until that there are different size basketballs.
Yes. The basketballs come in different sizes, size 7, 6, 5, and 3. A size 7 basketball is a regulation basketball, and it's really for like 12 to 13-year-olds. But what often happens with young kids, if you both have young kids, they go out with a regulation basketball, the ball's too big for them.
Absolutely.
But at a certain age, you want them to have more of a real ball. And like this ball from Reebok is a 27.5-inch basketball, size 5 basketball. So unlike the regulation, which is 29.5 inches, it's easier. I can almost palm it. I can't palm it. But the shooting's a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
It's light.
The lighter.
And it's a lot easier for a child to get in the basket. Now, do your kids play basketball?
My son loves basketball, and he plays basketball with his friends almost every day also. And these are great because you have a better ball, and so many playgrounds now have hoops that are lower so they can actually feel like they're playing real basketball. Some of them can even dunk the ball at this point.
Now, do they use smaller balls?
Really?
They do. They use a smaller ball.
How high is the net that the second graders can dunk it?
8-year-olds out there.
There's a lot of 8-feet baskets out there.
Are there really?
Yeah, and I like playing on those because I feel like Shaq. I feel like Superman.
Yes.
That's right.
If you want to put one of your trampolines down, we won't have this conversation. But other than that, the little kids love the lighter balls. I mean,
And
it's
it's
just
also
so much easier.
It's also easier to dribble.
Absolutely.
Now, do you guys find yourself coaching your kids, or do you coach teams, or is that not your area of expertise? Like, it wouldn't be mine.
It is definitely not my area of expertise. I definitely let it to the coaches, but it is amazing the politics on the sidelines these days between parents and coaches. We had a guy on our blog write about the fact that he has to kind of tame parents, because a lot of parents get angry that if their kid doesn't get enough playing time, or that some kid is getting more playing time than he should because he's not very good.
How does a person get better? I mean, they can practice on their own, but you have to be in game
Well,
situations.
and they're 6-year-olds. We're not.
That's
going
right.
for the NBA championship.
Now, 2 things about basketballs that are very important. Number 1, you generally have to inflate them. And when you inflate them, you know what one mistake everybody makes? Okay, you've inflated a basketball, right?
Sure.
Do you do anything before you put the needle in?
I usually...
Yes, that's right.
I'm moisten it.
Do you know, most people I know just take the needle and just try and put it in, that you need to moisten the needle and inflate to the proper PSIs of proper pounds. So let's go on from basketball
to baseball. This is a precious yak glove.
And how much is that glove?
$199. So this is for a kid who's like getting pretty serious about it. Like my friend Riley out in LA, he's like going for a baseball scholarship.
Yeah.
He's been playing since he was a little kid. This is the kind of glove you'd buy for him. It's a pro glove.
But what we found most parents don't know is gloves come in different sizes. And this glove is a size 11.5, which is generally good for a pitcher, a third baseman, and a shortstop. However, there are different size gloves. An outfielder which uses size 12 or 13, which has a bigger pocket. Now, if you can show this pocket, or you can show, open it up.
Did you guys know this about this glove sizes?
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
People know about catcher's gloves and also first baseman gloves, but they don't realize a second baseman will have a slightly smaller glove, like an 11-inch glove, so they get the ball out for a double play. So, and this particular
How many
glove,
weeks does this take to break in if I have to sit here on the back? I could do it this way, or I could just sleep on it.
This one is generally made out of yak. So it'll break in like no time.
Even
Because
better.
cats break in very easily.
Wait, now, all the ones that made out of cowhide, how did you break in your gloves?
I used to have to sleep on it for weeks on end.
Did you?
And the rubber
Yep.
bands, I remember.
The
putting
rubber bands.
Yep.
What about the shaving cream?
You sit there in class and you just keep squeezing like the the tension grabbers that
Oh,
you used
yeah?
to use
Oh, yeah.
to strengthen your
Grip things?
fingers. Yeah.
We used to put books on it. You know, all the big books you got in school that you never read? Oops.
The best kind is usually the hand-me-down from the older brother.
You know, and
And what
my
age-
clarinet didn't need any break again.
What age do you think you need to worry about? I mean, I'm not going to go out and pay $200 for a long time, but what age do you really care about what size glove your kid has? My son is 7. Do we need to buy a first base glove versus a third base glove versus an outfield glove?
No, generally for younger kids, you're looking at what's called a size 9 glove, which is a little bit smaller and generally will fit the hand a lot better. Now, they actually have gloves that are meant for 3-year-olds. And Rawlings has a beginner glove. It's perfect for a 3-year-old, and it also has a much softer ball. So, as you know, sometimes they might hit off the glove and hit them, they won't get hurt unless it hits their face.
Okay, now do you guys do batting practice with your kids?
Absolutely.
Okay, you got to check this out. This is called the Lightning Bolt Micro Ball Pitching Machine, and we're gonna turn it on. Let's aim it at Lauren. she goes to hide. She knows that. This is shooting soft foam balls, and it's on a timer. So
And you can adjust it. Show how you adjust
You
it.
can adjust it up and down.
No, you gotta turn it.
You turn it up and down. So depending on what you wanna do.
Like the size of a ping pong ball.
Now,
It's a little bit bigger than a ping pong ball. Video Boy is protecting the cameras.
it comes with about 12
see that it
balls.
goes up and
We'll
down.
hold over 25 balls.
Ow!
It's easy to load. One of the things I like is the pickup.
Okay, so here to pick them up, you just pull this off, pop that down.
It's like picking up trash.
Yeah,
Like
it's just
picking
like
up a tennis ball with
Right.
the
Yes.
caddy.
and it picks up, so you can run around the yard. So kids can do it. You know, it's fun to play with another kid, but if they're playing by themselves, it's not too onerous to run around and pick up everything else.
See what I like about this? If you're a father and you're taking a child out to play, you can stand behind them and work with them on their swing and let this
and
do
let
the
this-
pitching.
Yeah. What type
Because-
of bat are you using with something like this? A normal size bat or?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can do a
normal
regular
size
size
bat.
bat. The thing that I love about it is if you look at the size and hold the ball up, you look at the size of the ball. Once you can hit this ball, it's so much easier to hit a regular baseball or a softball. It just hits something small to go into something large. It becomes a whole lot easier.
And this sits on the ground?
It sits on the ground. And there, you know, we've seen a lot of sort of more toy-like pitching machines over the years. Some of them have been really not very good. But this one works pretty well. So we kind of like that. So it's really cool. Now, do you guys get into, like, I know that kids are really, you were talking about being on the sideline. What do you tell them about competition and being a good winner, good loser? Is that something you start early?
We had a real problem with this. My son's soccer team was great, and I don't mind saying that. I don't feel like I'm bragging. They won every game, and they're winning by 10 points. But all the parents were kind of worried that they were going to just come to expect that, and what would happen when they lost.
Okay.
And finally they lost, and they were all devastated. They were on the ground crying, and we said, this is why we're out here. They need to learn to win and to lose.
Right.
That's great.
I agree with that philosophy. We typically do the board games at home. We have a 4-year-old, and generally the competition comes out of the board games and the coaching about cheating and about having an outcome that sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. It takes a lot of repetition, a lot of patience, and I wish I had kind of the magic formula.
Well,
We're
here's-
certainly not there.
Time and experience.
Here's a line that you should always remember. It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
I don't necessarily.
We're not gonna let Jim in our household, but
We're
that's
not
fine.
necessarily. But I think there are a lot of games out there that are designed for kids. Nobody wins and everybody plays together. I hate those.
They're so boring. Also.
Right.
Like playing the Candyland drives me crazy, and I like playing these games that actually are fun and that give our kids the opportunity to win and to lose and get that competitive spirit. I think a competitive spirit is okay.
Now, so speaking of winning, it's time to give away stuff.
Now, before we give away stuff, I'm going to start with this. The reason why we're wearing the Superman shirts.
Because the movie's opening, in case you've been like under a rock.
And Warner Brothers is doing something special. And this is the first
They're
time.
releasing the movie.
Yes,
good
no.
movie.
This is actually exciting about the movie. You've seen the trailer. It was written by the people who did The Dark Knight.
Yep.
What's exciting is that you can actually see the movie before
Is that
it
a
opens.
VIP pass?
That's
Are
a
you a
VIP.
VIP?
I'm the VIP. And
knew that.
what they're doing is they're allowing you, if you go to Walmart before the movie, you can actually buy a ticket and see the movie on Thursday night. The tickets aren't being sold in theaters, so you can buy your pass, then you go in Thursday night, and it's like individual premieres in every town. So there'll be 1 or 2 showings in every town.
Give the specific date, Jim.
Oh, it's for Thursday night.
June 13th.
That's right.
Thanks, Lori!
Thursday, June 13th at 7 p.m. There. You can go. So buy the tickets in advance. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. And you get to go see the Superman before everybody else does.
Plus, you get that kind of thing. I mean, when we get
You don't get the cape.
You don't get to go.
You don't get the shirt.
But when we get to go to like video things, you get like a special thing, and that's you feel kind of cool when you do that. Okay, so now we're gonna be giving away stuff. So go ahead. Here it comes.
Oh, we gotta show this. I want to see what you think. This is called I'm the Daddy, and it's called Daddy Scrubs, and it is a package for new dads. You know about it?
We've heard of it, yes.
You know that? Okay. So you open it up, and it's a hat saying, I'm the Daddy. And a mug,
Coffee mug,
shirt,
t-shirts,
and then most importantly, scrubs.
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, Matt and I are true believers that dad needs to be involved early and often, and if this is something that gives him a gentle nudge to be a part of the birthing process where he's standing in the room, holding, mom's hand or coaching her through the process, and this is what it takes, we're all for
I
it.
think people love this because it's something to give dad at a baby shower. There's not many gifts out there for dads, so giving him something to wear in the delivery room is kind of fun.
Yeah.
I could have used this because my wife has black hair, dark brown hair and brown eyes, and I have brown hair and brown eyes. And out came our first child, blonde hair and blue eyes. And everybody was asking, who's the daddy?
It's recessive genes. Yes, Gregor Mendel.
I was there with 3 nurses, and they're all looking around, and it's like, oh boy.
We've also got the zombie slayer bow because zombies. Do you have a lot of zombies in Brooklyn? We got a lot. This is from Zing. It's great. We've also got from Hog Wild. This is the Rapid Fire Power Popper. Now, you may have noticed that there's a basic theme to these toys today, which is that these are the things dads are going to want to play with as well. So.
NFL Game Day, which is a good game. You could do the Manning Bowl because those are the only teams we care about.
We've got the Creo Star Trek. We're going to show this in the next segment. This is the USS Enterprise. And, of course, some Duracell rechargeable batteries. So, to win these prizes, you have to come to timetoplaymag.com and go to the Playdate. You have until midnight, Wednesday, June 5th, to win these, and we will ship them all out to you in time for your great Father's Day celebration. I got it right, Lori! And when we come back, we got some more great stuff for dads to play with their kids.
Right.
Be right back.
Okay, so we're back. So we got stuff to. This is something that we found. Now, you guys are really encouraging your kids to get out and be active, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody with the one event we were at, they were running around like crazy people, which is good. Which is what we love to see. I love to see kids like just get so excited that like when their whole body gets excited.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And they're thrilled to be outside, especially the weather's finally getting nice. They're really excited to be outside.
So this is something we found from a company called Lolo Toys. It's called Bucket Blast. It's 15 different games. It comes with an instruction book that you can go through. It's all kinds of things like bean bags, so you can throw the bean bags at everybody. Here, catch, Lori. You can throw it back. There you go.
It's beanbag toss.
Beanbag toss.
Throw them at people.
Different tags. Blind Man's Bluff.
They hurt.
All kinds of different games. No, they don't hurt. They don't hurt.
They don't hurt.
So it's all cones. So it's a great way to create different kinds of activities, indoors, outdoors. Again, fostering teamwork. We were talking about cooperative play. And just, winning and losing.
Well, it's nice to have something that has a lot of different uses. 15 different games is huge because kids are going to get bored with one. After 5 minutes, you can switch to another game and you're good.
And it's, it's kind of like if you're doing an outdoor birthday party. It's great. This is about $40. It's from Lolo. So
Great for boys and girls.
Now, your kids riding bikes yet?
My 4-year-old just got off his training wheels. So he's very proud.
We're still on training wheels and scooters.
So if they were even younger, this is a thing we've seen that's been a big trend, and I'm blocking you from the camera, these sort of balance bikes. This is from Kinderfeet. It's for 2 and up. It's just a balance bike. I mean, it's just to get kids going. It's about $109.
No kickstand.
no kickstand, so we jump off it and drop it and run back in the house and doing that. So I think those are pretty interesting. There's a lot of them different. This was fairly expensive in wood. You'll find them a lot less expensive, different places as well. Did your kids do this, or did they just get right on training wheels?
This is the way to ride a bike. When we took the training wheels off, we had him not go right to the pedals. We had him balancing. We found a little hill and had him roll down the little hill, not using the pedals, and you can see that they actually get to that point where they're balancing, and that's when you put them on the pedals.
Well, that's one of the great items, and we've shown before on the Playdate the Smart Trek, from PlaySmart, in which they have wheels that are this thick. It's not a regular bicycle, but it's really for a 1.5-year-old. But again, teaches them balance. It won't tip over, and it's not just about balance; it's about security and not being afraid.
Absolutely. And
just make sure you have a helmet.
Make sure you have a helmet, all protective pads, and this is the one we gave away in the last segment. I'll let Jim talk about this. This is the Creo USS Enterprise. You guys into building toys with your kids?
Absolutely.
This is generally for the collector. It's the Starship Enterprise. We like Kirk best, but when we said we like Kirk best, we like William Shatner Kirk better than Chris Pine. Who's your favorite captain?
I'm a Captain Kirk fan.
All right, yeah.
Picard.
Well, we have a Picard fan.
That's a good one.
And we have
What about Kate Mulgrew?
What
about Kate Mulgrew?
That is.
She was the captain.
She was the captain, and so was Avery. I forgot his last name.
Oh, I saw her play Desdemona in Othello years ago.
How long did this take to build, Jim?
Oh, this is a couple-hour build. It depends how quick you are, but it simulates, and you can open it up, and there's the bridge.
Just show the camera so people can see inside.
That's right. There's the bridge.
Well, you know what I have to say to that?
All right. You have your fart blaster out.
This is my favorite toy of the summer!
We saw this at T-Rex.
All right. Despicable Me.
This is the Despicable Me. Can I say the word? I can say it's a fart blaster.
It's a fart blaster.
All kinds of different farts. Now this one is a Toys R Us exclusive because when you pump it, it's got a banana scent. But just the rate. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Can't you see like 6 hours in the car in the back seat?
Yes.
We just did that. We just drove from DC.
As long as you're not the driver. And it's grating on you in the back. Yes, it's fantastic.
Now, do you guys use videos in the car when it's that low? You do not. Awesome.
We talk to each other in the car. And
Yes!
we play car games.
Yes.
We use books.
Wait till
etch
you're
and
desperate.
sketch.
I know exactly.
When you get desperate, we drove to Toronto. We went to the video.
We're not going to frown upon it, but if you have other options.
Yeah.
What about sitting and being quiet? That was my parents' favorite. Why did you just sit there and be quiet?
Silent contest.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this is just a nice little thing if you're playing with kids outside. This is what is this called? It's the New Sprouts picnic set, and it's just a great way for role playing with food outdoors. And this is really cute. Though, look.
I would call
it's
this.
got mustard.
You know what I would
play
call
mustard.
this?
Play ketchup.
You know what I call this?
A slider.
No, I call this 14 grams of saturated fat.
Oh, great. Yeah, great. So,
sorry.
this is just
Take
a great
the
one.
watermelon,
For
Jim.
Why can't they do a chicken burger or turkey burger?
Because you know what?
It's pretend play, Jim. It could be turkey or chicken.
It could be.
If you use
It
your
could
hands.
be.
You know what
It
this
could be a
is.
fish sandwich.
I gotta say, no piece of chicken
could be
or
a
turkey
po'
looks
boy.
It
like
could be
that.
buffalo. It's a buffalo
It's
sandwich.
burned.
Call
It could be a
buffalo
turkey
sandwich.
burger made by my mother. They would probably have looked like this. She used to say charcoal is good for you.
If it was red, it'd be ostrich.
Okay, so now we don't usually get into a lot of controversy on the Playdate here, so we're not really, but we want to talk to you guys about something in particular.
That we're gonna be giving away.
Right, we're going to be giving this away. But
It's a $50 toy. This is the Easy Bake Oven.
Right.
And there's a new Easy Bake Oven this year. They've changed the packaging that features all girls. There's a silver and black one, along with the pink and purple one. The silver and black will feature boys and girls. And I played with my sister's Easy Bake Oven, and one of the problems I had, there was a lot of controversy last year. Who made pink and purple a girl's color? And it's like,
a good
because just because it's pink and purple doesn't mean a young boy can't play with it. And by the way, you get the product home, who stares at the package? You rip it open to play with the toy.
Right.
I agree with you, but they're clearly not trying to get boys to play with this. And any barrier you put up to a boy playing with a toy just makes him not want to play with it. And I think making it pink and purple makes it something that his friends are going to give him a hard time.
Right.
I have two boys, and they love to cook, and they would love to have this.
You have the three girls playing with the oven.
Do you like the idea of the silver and black oven with boys and girls on it?
Absolutely. I mean, anything that encourages.
Yes.
And in the house, boys and girls are cooking. There aren't very many parents out there that still think that girls are the ones that need to learn how to cook and boys can skip that part of growing up.
My son's favorite 3 colors are red, purple, pink. We've got a kitchen made by KidCraft that's side by side with our home kitchen. And when I'm preparing dinner or making pasta or making him a sandwich, he's trying to emulate that in the kitchen, and I encourage that. He picked the reddish pink. He picked the reddish pink one. It is what it is.
Would you get the silver and black one, or would you get the purple one?
I would push him to make his own decision.
Okay.
I wouldn't frown upon the purple one. I kind of like purple too.
See, so do I.
Purple.
We love purple. Purple. Purple, as my daughter would say, purple. She says,
I would
purple.
get the silver and black because it looks nicer in our kitchen.
Well, that's the thing. That's been my
You would
argument
match
all
it with
along.
your stainless
You get
steel
choice.
appliances, right?
If you look at Easy Bake through history, it's always reflected kitchen styles. It was
This is not
avocado
anybody's
green.
kitchen.
It was, I know, but it's right, exactly. Now it's not fantasy, but now the silver and black is much more. You're going to see many more silver and black. I have a stainless steel refrigerator precisely because magnets don't stick to it.
So let's get beyond the colors and focus more on the projects that we can do with
Well,
our
I'm so
children.
happy to hear
yeah.
that they're recognizing that boys actually cook and like this product because I did not have one of these. My sister didn't have one of these, but I desperately wanted one, and I'm sure at that point it was the heat of the light bulb that was cooking the...
Right, absolutely. Two 60-watt light bulbs, I think it was.
My
at
little
the
funny
time.
story was that I started baking with Easy Bake, and then by the time I was 12, started baking without the Easy Bake, and by the time I was 18, I actually turned down the Culinary Institute recruited me.
There you go.
And I didn't want to go there. I wanted to do this instead.
Who wouldn't mind? You get no flour over it. Now, if dads are watching this or watching this, you guys started this group from nothing basically and created it. What tips would you give somebody who's maybe not be in New York or may not have access to as big a group to be able to create their own kind of dads group?
I think finding other dads. Everybody knows other parents in the community, and dads aren't very good at talking to each other, but if you can break down that wall and just say, hey, do you want to grab a beer or do you want to take the kids to the pool this afternoon? And I think that's what's really happening is dads are spending the afternoon with their kids on the weekend. They see a bunch of other dads. Let's all head over to the pool or let's get together in our own backyard. And I think that is making a big difference for dads.
Yeah, I mean, you have to raise your hand and say, hey, I'm looking for someone else to talk to share experiences with, vent my frustrations with.
You have no frustrations.
No.
Being a parent is smooth
It's smooth
all the
sailing
time.
every day, right?
Every day.
Or you could do what I do. Just fly over the town and look
Yeah,
for
exactly.
dads.
Okay, so let's give stuff away. We'll obviously give away the Easy Bake Ultimate Oven.
We have another.
I'm the Daddy package.
Do we have more?
We have more
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the Daddy
Ooh, this
stuff.
Oh, we have
This is
the
great.
I'm the Daddy backpack and hat.
And
Sunglasses.
Teddy, I'm the Daddy Teddy Bear, which is
Are
a
they
different
polarized?
demographic altogether.
If they're
We've
polarized,
got the Hog Wild Firepower.
UV
Here,
protected.
go ahead.
Yeah.
And another bow. This is the Legends longbow. This is another Zing bow. They've done a great job with this. This is all their Legend stuff that sort of very popular. And what dad would not want to fly an RC helicopter?
That's a pretty awesome
my son
Father's
wants
Day
this.
gift.
My
It's
son
the
wants
saw
this.
blade. It's actually pretty good. They've gotten so much more sophisticated.
And some batteries.
And some batteries, rechargeable batteries.
From Duracell.
So, from Duracell. So, that's it. Thank you
That's-
guys for dropping by.
How do you win?
How
Oh,
do you
yeah.
win?
See, thank you, Lori. See, I almost got to get it.
Wave?
Yeah, come to timetoplayMag.com. Click on the Playdate, and you have till midnight Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, Wednesday, June 5th to win this.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So,
Very cool.
Thanks for
what are you
having
guys
us
doing
on
for
today.
Father's Day?
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Oh,
I
they're gonna
rely on
surprise
them to do their big salute to Dad on Sunday. So.
Dad's, Father's Day for us is still, I'm still kind of in the middle there. It's, I want to celebrate my own dad in a special way, and yet my family wants to celebrate, Father's Day for me. So, we try to get everyone together, and then we usually just do dinner or we'll have a simple barbecue. But I think the important thing is just getting together with your family and doing something that you enjoy
I thought it was
doing.
run to the tennis club and hang out with all the other dads.
So
Well,
thank
sorry,
you guys
Mark.
for coming and hanging
Thanks
out
for
with
having
us.
us. This is amazing.
Come visit us anytime at timetopplaymag.com, your number one source for all things play, and thanks for playing with us today.
I'm going to go for a fly.
Okay, get out of here.